Left at Marrakech by Richard Stevens.
Fly the ocean in a silver plane.
I think this could be them. Let's get ready.
About time.
We can still finish this hand. What you got, Albie?
3 9s and a pair.
You know, for a little guy, you sure get the breaks.
Let's see your money stick. So, who are these guys, Captain?
Albie, if I could tell you, I would, but I can't. Top security.
Really?
Nah, it's just a couple of limey pen pushers who need a lift home. They were at some conference.
So how come we get to be the taxi service?
I just do what I'm told by my superior officers. That's how things are done in the Air Force. You could bear that in mind, Albie.
Yes, sir. Hey, Conroy, what are you doing to her?
It's a ribbon.
She doesn't need a ribbon. She was just fine.
I'm the artist, all right?
Yeah, my 6-year-old brother could draw better than you.
Hey, you want to have a go, Stick? You just grab a paintbrush.
Don't listen to him, Conroy. She's great. Lucky Charm's the best in the whole squadron, but leave her alone now, you hear? No more ribbons.
I guess no great work of art is ever finished.
You just can't leave her...
Guys, I hate to pull rank here, but our guests are arriving. There's a war in Germany where we're kind of expected, so let's get moving, shall we?
Yes, sir.
Captain Levitt?
Yes, Corporal.
Your passengers, sir. Mr. Draper and Miss,
Bradbury. Charlie Bradbury. This is very good of you, Captain.
Well, ma'am, I was kind of expecting, what with your name being Charlie, but, well, the truth is I didn't have a choice, ma'am, but you're welcome. And you too, mister.
Draper. Lieutenant Draper. As Miss Bradbury says, we're obliged to you.
Albie, get the bags. If you'd like to follow me.
Nobody said there was a dame coming.
I love the way she talks. Don't you love the way she talks? Charlie, what a name for a looker like that.
Dames on planes are bad luck.
I thought that was boats.
Same thing.
Not really, Stick, and I think a guy in the Air Force should really know the difference. You see, there's this stuff called water.
Yeah, all right, knock it off. I'm just saying.
But
That's
she's
all.
not bad luck,
Well, how do
Stick.
you know?
Don't you recognize her? Look up there. Conroy's picture of Lucky Charm. You put a ribbon in her hair. It's her. If that's not good luck, I don't know what is.
This is where our radio operator usually sits. It's kind of cramped, as you see, but we've moved things around a bit, best we can. If you'd like to take that seat there, Miss Bradbury, and Lieutenant Draper, that one can be yours.
Thank you. Very snug. So, how long does the flight take, Captain Levitt? Quite a long time, I suppose.
Yes, ma'am.
But I could be in London sometime tomorrow.
Tomorrow? No, ma'am. Didn't they tell you?
Tell me what?
They can't fly far enough to go directly from here. We'd probably get, just over halfway, Captain?
About that. Not enough fuel, you see.
So what do we do?
Well, we fly south.
South?
Let me show you. If the weather was better, we'd go north. New York, to a hop in Greenland. It's a much quicker route. But it's kind of stormy up there right now, so we go south. Puerto Rico, then Brazil, then east across the Atlantic, narrower there, you see, right across to Africa. Then north to Marrakech, and then we get you home to England, Miss Bradbury.
I see. That's quite a journey.
Yeah, so I sure hope you find that seat comfortable. It's gonna take about a week if everything goes like it should, and this being the Air Force, it won't. Now, if you'll excuse me, rest of the squadron's already gone ahead, and I'd sure like to catch them up.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Captain. You could have told me. A week. It didn't take that long coming out.
That was a Dakota, different plane. I assumed you knew.
How could I? I was told that.
Hey, Miss Bradbury. You got an elephant in here?
Actually, that's Lieutenant Draper's. Those 2 little ones are mine. What have you got in there?
Books.
Books? You must really like them. I'm more of a comics guy myself. You ever read Captain Marvel?
I'm afraid not.
Hey, I better get to my station. You put those on, it gets awful loud in here, and you can hear what the captain's saying.
Thank you. I'm sorry, I don't know your name.
Ross, ma'am. Albert J. Ross. But everyone calls me Albie. And you have a good flight.
You too, Albie. See you later.
Fly the ocean in a silver plane.
Everybody okay back here?
Yes, thank you, Captain. That was quite exciting.
We'll get the ground crew here to check it out.
Has that ever happened before?
Not to me, but 3 engines is still plenty. You okay there, Lieutenant?
Fine, thank you.
And welcome to Puerto Rico. Any idea what happened, Captain? That was quite a bang.
Beats me.
She sure did shake about. Say, Mr. Draper, you're looking kind of white there.
I'm all right.
Hey, I'm just checking. You ain't flown much before, have you? I can tell.
It's all right if I stretch my legs, Captain.
Sure. You go and stretch your legs. I'm gonna go and find some mechanics.
Your boyfriend ain't exactly friendly, is he?
He's not my boyfriend.
Oh. So how do you like our plane, Charlie?
I like it very much. Though it's a bit noisy.
Oh, she's got big engines, you see. Well, the 3 that are working, that is. Lots of power. B-17. Best airplane ever built.
She's a beauty.
Yes, ma'am. She's gonna win the war for you. With some help from the rest of the squadron, of course.
Is that right?
War's as good as over. 3 more months. You just wait and see.
I hope so, Albie. And now if you'll excuse me.
No problem. You watch your head there.
Oh.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you.
Oh, man, I did not enjoy that one bit. I thought my teeth were going to bounce right out of my head.
Stickley, what are you gonna be like when the Germans are shooting at you?
I'll be fine. I just don't like it when engines suddenly go bang and stop working. Especially when we're 100 miles from dry land.
1 engine, that's all. What's up with you, Conroy?
Stick was telling me that a woman on a plane is bad luck.
Yeah, you see, you believe me now? What if that engine had just blown up? It could have torn the whole wing off.
Well, yeah, it would have been bad luck, but it didn't, so it's what we call good luck. You see the difference?
Now that engine's been good as gold all through training.
Man, you two, come on, let's go see Puerto Rico. Mickey said there was always a good card game here. You can try win some money back, Stick. Cheer you up a bit. You too, Conroy. I thought the Irish were supposed to be happy all the time.
My folks are Northern Irish. We're pretty miserable, mostly.
The rest of the squadron will proceed without us, and we will catch up just as soon as we can. Yeah, I know, but that's the way it is.
How come they don't have enough spares?
They thought they had plenty of spares, but as it turned out, 2 other planes had the same problems as us, and they got here first.
2 other planes had their engines explode?
It didn't explode, Stick. It just stopped working.
Yeah, because it exploded.
Nobody's engine exploded, but they needed the parts. There's none left for us. They're going to fly some in tomorrow or the day after. Yes, Lieutenant.
So you think it could be 2 days before we get underway? Is it possible I could hitch a ride with one of the other aircraft?
I'll ask around, but all the other flights have their full complement of crews. You were lucky that we had 2 spaces. You're only here because Malarkey got appendicitis and Groves got it into his head to get into a fist fight with a cop. So I suggest you just enjoy it. Soak up the sun. Play some cards. Except maybe you, Stickley. What I hear about you and cards, you stick to sunbathing.
Very funny, sir.
All right, that's all.
I hadn't seen it before, but now I do.
What?
Malarkey and Groves, that was all part of our bad luck.
So what, now you're saying that the bad luck started even before we took off? Before she even got on the flight?
Yeah, look, what are the odds of a guy getting appendicitis just before we head to Europe?
Gee, I don't know, Stick. They've done extensive studies on that, but I don't have the numbers right here.
You know, my brother got appendicitis.
Is he in the Air Force?
Oh, no, he's like 12.
Well, that's useful, Conroy. Thanks for sharing. I don't want to hear no more about bad luck. Me, I got 2 days in sunny Puerto Rico. Now, that sounds pretty good to me.
Oh my goodness, I've never seen such rain.
All right, let me, use this. Just dry yourself a bit.
Thank you.
It sure is coming down.
Captain Levitt said we might have to stay here another day if it keeps up like this.
Man, that means we'll be even further behind the rest of the guys. You just spoke to him?
Yes, he's in the mess with Stickley. He said it would be dangerous to take off with the runway like this.
Sheesh.
I don't think Stickley likes me very much.
Don't take no notice of Stick.
But I'm right, aren't I? I thought maybe you'd all like having me along.
We do. It's great. The thing about Stick is he's a very superstitious guy. He won't walk on the ladders. He's scared of black cats. He's a bit nuts, you know.
I don't understand what that's got to do with me.
Don't worry about it.
Albie, tell me.
He thinks having you on the flight is, unlucky.
And so everything that's happened, even this rain, he thinks is my fault.
But it's crap. Look, I think you're good luck, so don't pay no attention to him.
You do?
Sure. Haven't you seen the picture we got on the fuselage? It looks just like you.
Yes, I saw it. He's quite a lot older. And plumper.
Oh, you are much better looking, and of course, you've got a few more clothes on. It could be like your older sister, but it's definitely a resemblance.
I don't like them not liking me.
Well, don't worry about it.
I just want to be home.
And I just want to start fighting Germans.
You're not scared?
Scared of what?
You think we're going to make it to England okay?
Sure. Nothing's gonna happen to me, or you. Something might happen to Stickley. I can see him accidentally walking into my fist.
As long as you're sure.
What is it you Brits say? It's gonna be a piece of cake from now on.
Where the hell are we, Conroy?
Not a goddamn clue, sir.
Albie, can you see anything?
Just jungle, sir. It all just looks the same.
All right, I want all of you looking out for anything. Anything. Rivers, mountains, hell, even a tree that looks different. How much fuel have we got, Stickley?
Maybe another 15 minutes? We should put it down, Captain.
And where the hell do you suggest we do that?
Well, there was a clearing away back, sir. If we turn now, we could maybe get there.
Even if we could, we'd be in the middle of nowhere. No supplies, nothing. Do you think they're gonna find us in the middle of the Brazilian jungle? We must be close. Conroy, what the hell were you thinking?
I'm sorry, sir. I don't know what happened. I must have dozed off.
Of all the navigators, I get the one who can't stay awake. All right, you guys better get your chutes. Ross, you show the broad how to put hers on.
Yes, sir. Sir, I see something about 4 o'clock. Might be water.
I can't see nothing.
Me neither. Well, I hope everybody's praying. Let's take a look. It's the sea! Well, thank the Lord for that.
And there's a headland. Let me just check the map. Yeah, Captain, if you just follow the coast down now, the town should be about 10 miles.
You better be right, Conroy.
Yes, sir, I am, sir.
Conroy, no more drinking for you until the war's over. You hear me?
I'm sorry, guys.
We should just about make it. All right, none of you say anything about this to our limey guests. No need to make Lieutenant Draper more jumpy than he already is.
They're, hooked up to the comms, sir.
You did that, Ross?
I didn't want them to feel left out, Captain.
You didn't want them to feel left out. You there, Miss Bradbury?
The limey broad is right here, Captain.
Lieutenant Draper?
Loud and clear, Captain Levitt.
Well, that's just great.
There's the town right ahead!
Now, right ahead! Ain't she a beautiful sight?
Albie? Are you in there? Oh, I'm sorry. Are you sleeping?
No, not really. You okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
Have a chair. What's the problem?
Oh, you know what it is. The engine exploding, being stuck in Puerto Rico, getting lost over the jungle. Perhaps even you've started to believe it now. I know Stickley and Conroy do the way they look at me.
I think we may be having a bad run. Doesn't mean I think it's down to one person.
No. Except, what if it was?
You're not bad luck.
No, I don't think I am.
So what are you saying?
You know, I was in Washington for the conference. I was talking to one of the chaps, and he was grumbling about Draper, how he should be on active service instead of drinking whiskey in Washington. It probably doesn't mean anything.
What doesn't?
The general said the reason they'd sent Draper over to give a personal account of the bombing campaign was that his squadron wanted to get rid of him. Nobody would fly with him anymore.
Why not?
All the other crews, they thought he was some kind of Jonah.
Jonah? You mean that jinxed guy got thrown out of the ship, got swallowed by a whale, huh?
Yes, that's the one. Of course, the general thought that was all rubbish, and I didn't give it another thought. Until now. And it probably is rubbish, isn't it? But it's just been on my mind, and I wanted to tell somebody.
Well, it's good you told me. A whole squadron wanting him out. That is not good.
No.
Draper say anything to you about it?
Oh, no. He tried to talked to me a few times at the conference, but I was busy and he's not really my sort. What do you think we should do?
I don't know. We can't do nothing until we know for sure.
Oh, don't tell him I told you.
Don't worry. I'll just get chatty with him. I can be very subtle.
You're very sweet.
Come on, Albie. The captain wants to do the briefing.
Oh, Stick, I was just wondering.
I'll see you there, Albie.
I'll just come in. Look, don't you worry. I'll talk to Stick. Can I tell him what you told me?
I suppose so. I don't want to get anybody into trouble.
There's not gonna be no trouble. Draper, you there? Draper! You are there. Why didn't you say nothing?
I was watching the birds.
What birds?
Well, they've gone. You've scared them off.
Oh. Nice spot you got here.
Yes.
We're gonna be leaving at about 0300 tomorrow morning.
Yes, I know.
Right out across the Atlantic. Africa by the evening.
Yeah.
You think we'll make Africa okay?
It's very big. Difficult to miss, even for your navigator.
Yeah. So, what do you do in the RAF?
I trained as a navigator, like Conroy.
But you don't fly.
No.
Yeah, I've never seen you smoke. You smoke?
I don't have any cigarettes.
Oh, well, you ever want any? I got plenty. Just say the word. So, I wanted to
Look,
ask...
as you say, it's early start tomorrow. I'd better get to bed.
Well, you're welcome, you arrogant son of a bitch. Man, I wish we could leave you behind.
So? What did he say?
Well, I wasn't able to get a full confession out of him, if that's what you're asking. These things take time, Stick.
Oh, well, I mean, we've got 15 hours in the middle of the Atlantic. Think that'll be enough time? And if we do find out he is a Jonah, I mean, what are we supposed to do? Just throw him out of the bomb hatch?
It wouldn't bother me none. I'll tell you what, though. I think he's yellow.
Yellow, huh? I don't mind telling you, Albie. This next bit of the flight, it just about scares me to death.
It'll be okay, Stick.
You should never have shown me that map. I never realized South America to Africa was such a long way, and there's nothing out there.
The captain will get us there.
You think? Even with Draper on board?
Sure he will.
You know, I was thinking I'd wear my chute the whole time, but then I thought, hell no, what if I bail out and I just land in the sea? I can't swim. What the hell do I do then?
You're gonna make it to Africa just fine.
You promise?
I promise. This is gonna be the most boring flight of your life.
You still awake, Conroy? That's very funny, Captain. Just a little humor to relieve the tedium. How much longer? We should see the coast any time now, Captain.
You said that 10 minutes ago.
Are there sharks around here? Yeah, big ones. Really?
No, not really, Stick. If we're lucky, we might see a whale. That'd be nice for Draper.
What?
Nothing.
Hey, I think I see something. I see it. Hey, nice work, Conroy. Maybe we won't drop you on the Germans after all.
We sure it's Africa? You see it, Stick?
Yeah, looks kind of like Wyoming. Wyoming will be okay with me, but that's Africa, boys. I'm gonna start lowering altitude. I do love to look at that blue sea. Right you are, Captain.
Don't get our feet wet, Captain.
Just looking at the fish, ma'am.
You ever think about joining the Navy, Captain?
I said I like to look at the water, Albie. I didn't say I like to be in it. I got something. Looks like a fishing boat straight ahead. Okay, get ready to wave, boys. That's a funny-looking fishing boat. Sir, I think... I see it. God damn it! It's a U-boat.
What the hell is a U-boat doing there?
Stickley, you get ready to fire. I got no ammo loaded, Captain. Shh. Look, let's get some altitude. No, stay low. Are you crazy? We're coming straight at her. Hard as a hedge if you stay low. If you go up, you run to pick a target. She's firing at us. I see that, Stickley.
Go lower!
What are you doing here, Draper? Get back to your seat!
A few more seconds and we'll be past her.
We're gonna hit her if we go any lower. No, we'll be okay. Hold steady. They can see me, Captain. They're looking right at me. Stick! Stickley! You there? You fire all you want, you sons of bitches! If I
How is he?
He's still on there. He's so full of morphine. They think he might not walk again. But they ain't sure. He's going home anyway. I'm just sorting out his stuff.
Well, you should change. You've got blood on your trousers.
Yeah, there was a lot of blood. He was in so much pain.
I'm really sorry.
If we had just gotten some altitude like the captain wanted to.
You think that would have made a difference?
I don't know. I don't know how come we ended up right on top of a German U-boat. I just know the poor old stick was right out there at the front of a plane.
Oh, you're shivering.
I ain't seen nobody get shot before. Goddamn Draper. I can see why they threw him out of the squadron. If it was up to me, I'd...
What?
Nothing. I can't do nothing, can I?
I don't know.
Malarkey and Groves, now Stickley. We were a team, you know, and now it's all gone to hell. We probably won't even make it to England.
Unless you do something.
Like what?
I just want to get home. And I don't want anything to happen to you.
Amen to that.
I could come and see you when we're in England.
I like that, Charlie. Maybe the worst is over now, you know? I mean, that flight across the Atlantic, that was pretty scary, but we're on the last stretch now.
So you don't think there'll be any more bad luck?
There just can't be, can there? You really think it's Draper?
Don't you?
You think I should do something?
Well, he could get another plane. We don't want him on ours.
Hey, Conroy! That you, Conroy? Hey! What the hell are you doing, you British bastard? Touch up! Get off! Get off me! You don't touch that aircraft! You hear me? I'm just checking her over! Oh, you were you? Well, she don't need no checking over. Not from you. Did you touch anything?
Look at that cable. It's fraying.
There's nothing wrong with... Oh, yeah. All right, we'll get the guys to look at it, but they would have found it anyway.
Yes, probably.
American airplanes, you should leave it to the American experts. Don't you touch her!
I know these aeroplanes better than you do.
What?
You have no idea what's coming, Albie. What it's going to be like.
I have my team, and we look out for each other, and we're going to be just fine. And we don't need no Jonah flying with us.
Is that what you heard about
It's
me?
true, isn't it? That's why you got sent to the conference, because nobody would fly with you. Because you're unlucky, huh?
Unlucky? I suppose I am. But not because they wouldn't fly with me. I chose not to fly.
So you're a coward?
If you like.
You were scared?
Yes, I was. And I think you're starting to be scared too. I can see it, Albie.
I am not scared!
All right. I've heard that the rest of the squadron left Marrakech this morning, and they'll be in England by this evening.
So they could be flying missions tomorrow, Captain. Real missions.
Don't worry, Albie. We'll have our turn. So get your gear together, guys. We'll be flying out of Dakar at 0900. You hear me? And that doesn't mean 0930, Conroy.
No, sir.
Oh, and Draper, the station commander wants to see you and Miss Bradbury's papers before we go.
I'll go and see them now. Are you coming, Miss Bradbury?
Yes, all right.
Sir,
Yes, Albie?
are they going to give us a new bomb aimer when we get to England to replace Stick?
They're not going to let us fly to Germany and just wave out the window. They'll have a bomb guy for us.
Stick was pretty good.
They'll have somebody just as good. For Stickley, Malarkey, and Groves.
It just won't be the same.
What if we don't get along?
You make sure we all do.
My papers are gone.
What's that, Draper?
Somebody's taken my papers. They were in my jacket and they're not now.
They probably dropped out somewhere. Come on, fellas, let's go look.
They didn't drop out. They were there earlier. I checked. Somebody's taken them.
Whoa there! You be careful what you're saying. Nobody's taken anything. Let's go back and look. Miss Bradbury, you got yours?
Yes, Captain.
All right, you go see the station commander. Draper, you come with me and show me where you last had him.
So where did you put them?
They're underneath Stick's seat in the plane.
You think this'll work?
Well, these station commanders, nothing to do. They like to have the paperwork, and a guy without it... yeah, they won't let him go. He'll have to get somebody to say he's legit, and that'll take a while, and Captain Levitt ain't gonna wait for nobody.
All right, you can have one last look on the plane, Draper. But then I'm afraid that's it. You'll be staying here until we get a wire from England confirming your status.
Yes, sir.
Major, Captain.
Cigarette, Major Ferris?
Oh, thank you.
Ross?
Thank you, Captain.
Bloody LMF.
LMF? What's that?
Lack of moral fibre. Draper won't fly anymore.
He used to fly.
Nearly 30 missions. Then he loses his nerve, says he's not going to fly anymore. That's why they hurried him off to Washington, so he doesn't give anybody else ideas. Perhaps they thought the break would make him change his mind. McLaren's furious. Draper's been sent back in disgrace. He'll spend the rest of the war cleaning laboratories. Well, he can clean a few of ours first.
LMF, huh? You get that a lot?
Certainly not. But when we do, we stamp on it hard.
You check the ladies' papers, Miss Bradbury?
Oh, yes, they're fine. Mind you, even if they weren't, I'd be a fool to hold her up.
What do you mean?
General McLaren is very eager to see her again. It seems they're very good friends. And he wasn't best pleased she was pushed off the flight home to make room for some of your top brass.
Is that right?
The privileges of rank.
Yes, indeed. You all right there, Ross?
Yes, sir.
They're not there.
Well then, get your things together and I'll see you in the mess in 20 minutes. You might want to change. Our latrines are in a shocking state. Best of luck, Captain Levitt.
You too, sir. You heard the man, Draper. Ross, I'm gonna check the plane over. You make sure we get the guns loaded. Goodbye, Draper.
Goodbye, Captain. And thank you.
30 missions, huh?
Sorry?
Yesterday, how come you said you knew this plane better than I did? You guys, you fly the Sterlings and Lancasters and, what's the other one?
Halifaxes.
Uh-huh, yeah. That major said you flew 30 missions. You fly missions in B-17s?
Yeah, your government sold us some in 1941.
Is that right? So you done missions in them over Germany?
Yes.
So how was it?
Major Ferris is waiting for me.
Tell me.
Look, haven't you heard? Listening to me is bad for morale.
My morale's just fine. I'd like to know, Draper.
All right, all right. They sent us to Wilhelmshaven, a daylight raid. We'd tried doing raids at night, but it was too hard to hit anything, so they decided the answer was to go back to daylight raids, but to go higher.
How high?
30,000 feet.
30,000?
Yeah, too high. The machinery and equipment just froze. Particularly the guns. It's too high to be accurate with the bombs. God knows what we hit. But their fighters could see us that much better. They were everywhere. We couldn't shoot back. We just had to watch them coming. We lost a lot of men.
But you made it home?
Yeah. As you see. We were badly damaged. But she made it home.
A B-17's a great plane.
Yeah. Yeah, we all liked the B-17.
You made it back that night. You can't be that unlucky.
No, that night was when all that started, really.
What did?
Look, I really have to go.
Wait, what started?
Despite what you may think, everything that's happened, it wasn't because of me.
So this is where you are, in your little bubble?
Hey, what are you doing here?
I wanted to talk to you. You ignored me when we got on. I want to know what happened with Draper.
Levitt found the papers.
You couldn't have hidden them very well.
I guess not. They must have slipped out. More bad luck. But you shouldn't be here. You should go back to your seat.
I'm scared about having him on board.
Are you?
I don't know what Draper's told you, but it's...
Draper didn't say anything. But Major Ferris, he was telling us about you and General McLaren. You still planning to come see me when we get to England, or you got plans with your general?
I like you, Albie.
But you like the general better.
The general... Look, he's been able to help me. I've got a brother, he's only 17. I got him moved off active service. Sometimes you just have to do what you can, even if you don't like it.
Yeah, I get that. Like getting Draper off the plane.
That's right. He's putting us all at risk.
You think?
Oh my God, will you look at that? What the hell is it? Sandstorm. Everybody strapped in? This ain't gonna be good.
Sandstorm, you have to get back to your seat.
You see? Do you see now? We should have got him off the plane.
Get back to your seat.
Can we get above it, Captain? Marrakech is down there somewhere. We just have to get through the mountains. What mountains? I can't see nothing. Conroy, you taking some bearings? The best I can, Captain, but there ain't much out there to fix on. How close do you think we are? Maybe 30, 40 miles? All right, we're gonna have to go through it. You sure about this, Cap?
Hey, Draper! There you are. I've been looking for you. I wanted to buy you a drink. Hey, over here. What language do they speak in Marrakech, anyway? Yeah, right here, buddy. 2 of those, whatever they are. Yeah, we'll try the orange one. Thank you. Here you are, Draper.
Oh.
I wanted to tell you. It was me that hid your papers.
I thought it was either you or Charlie. Charlie doesn't like me much either.
Well, I'm sorry. I like you just fine.
But Charlie put you up to it.
Yeah, I guess she did. You two used to have a thing?
Not really. It was a Major Thomas who took her out to the conference. By the time it finished, she was with General McLaren. But there were a few days in between.
And that was you and her, huh?
Yeah, that was me and her. Do you have a cigarette?
Sure. So how come you don't fly anymore?
Does it matter?
I'd like to know.
The RAF are like your Air Force. They don't like moving people around much. They find a team that works. Pilot, navigator, gunners. They leave it alone. But people get injured or killed. And so some people have to be moved around.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. I'm not very good around people. Never have been. And so I was always the one to get moved to make the numbers add up. And when I did move, people noticed something.
What?
I was lucky.
Lucky?
Even on the worst missions, the ones where only half of us came back, or even fewer, my plane would make it. And the crew. They might get wounded like Stickley, but we'd all make it. The last mission I flew, for a joke, the crew I was on swapped me for another chap, just to test the theory. And my new crew had a new pilot, an Australian. It was just about the worst combination. Everybody knew Australians were unlucky, and new pilots always were. So nobody rated our chances. Well, I didn't either. I didn't want to swap, but the base commander was in on the whole thing. I think there was even a bet on it. And he insisted. Well, anyway, we were fine. We may even have hit the right target for once.
And the other guys, the crew who swapped you?
Blew up right beside us. Over Holland. Flak.
Nobody got out?
No. No. And after that, it didn't seem so bloody funny anymore, and suddenly everybody wanted me on their crew. But nobody wanted to talk to me, they wouldn't look me in the eye, and it was just too much responsibility. So I said I wouldn't fly anymore. I told them at the conference.
How'd the generals take it?
How do you think? I'm being stripped of my rank and transferred to some work unit in Doncaster. I'm going to spend the rest of the war cleaning toilets and digging ditches.
But you should be flying. You're lucky.
I didn't feel lucky. I felt cursed. The hardest thing about being in a bomber is it makes no difference how good you are, how clever you are, what you do. A bullet can pass right through the plane and do nothing at all. Or it can hit a fuel tank and you'll all be dead before you hit the ground. Luck is everything. And the idea, the pressure... People only wanted me in their plane to keep them alive. And I knew it wasn't me. I just had a good run. And one day it would finish. And everybody's luck runs out, Albie. Everybody's.
Hey, wait up, Miss Bradbury. I hear you sent a telegram to England.
That's right.
So you're trying to get off the plane. Your general's gonna try and send an aircraft just for you.
He said he'd try, but if he couldn't, I was to stay with you.
Lucky us.
It's nothing personal.
Sure, you're just looking out for yourself.
That's right. I don't want to fly with Draper.
Well, I've been talking to Draper. He's been telling me about the war, what it's like. And I've been kidding myself. There's a good chance I won't get back. But there's one thing I wouldn't do. I wouldn't run out on my friends.
You do what you have to do.
Yeah. I'll keep that in mind.
Take off in 5 minutes. Everybody good to go?
Nothing on the radio, Captain.
No, ma'am, I'm afraid not.
Your general didn't come through for you, huh?
I'm sure he tried.
Yeah. All set, Lieutenant?
All set, Albie.
Miss Bradbury,
Yes, Captain?
just received word there's a plane coming in later today that's to take you back. Up to you if you come with us now or go with them.
Thank you, Captain. Just a moment. There's a plane for me. This afternoon.
You gonna take it?
Captain Levitt, thank you for all your help so far, but I'm going to wait for the other plane.
Yes, ma'am. You have a safe journey now.
You too, Captain.
I'll get your bags.
Thank you. And good luck.
Yeah, you too. And there she goes.
That general must really like her.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. He's gonna be kind of pissed, though. Next plane to England from here ain't for a week.
But I thought there was a radio message.
Yeah, the radio operator here, he's not so good at cards. Owes me nearly $100, which he don't have.
Oh, she's not gonna like that, being stuck here. Why did you do it, Albie?
Just looking out for myself and the rest of us. Women on planes, they're bad luck. Ain't you heard that?
Welcome to Framlingham, boys. And that was just about the sweetest flight you could wish for.
So, you were right about the dame, Albie.
Yeah, looks like I was. Hey, I see some of the guys!
Where's the rest of the squadron?
Is that the Mississippi girl? She looks like she'd be shot up pretty bad.
Maybe the rest are in the hangars.
Yeah, that's where they are. In the hangars.
Welcome home, Lieutenant Draper.
Thank you, Captain, and thank you for the lift.
You're welcome. Quite a trip.
Yes, sir, it certainly was.
So where are you going now, Draper?
Train to Doncaster, I have to report to my new unit.
You really want to do that?
Yes, I think it's best.
So, where they put the rest of the planes, Captain?
The squadron went on a mission last night.
A real mission?
Yeah.
So where are they? Hey, there's Mickey. Hey, you son of a gun! Jeez, he don't look too happy.
No, I don't expect he is.
Hey, Draper! Draper!
Albie? What is it? Did I forget something?
No, you didn't forget nothing.
I have to go.
Sure, of course. I just thought...
What?
We're doing a mission tomorrow, daylight, and they haven't got a man for us to replace Stickley, or they have, but he's awful green, and I thought maybe Conroy could do the bomb aiming, he did the training, and you could navigate.
Me?
You getting on, sir?
Yeah. Yes, just for a moment.
It's just for our first mission, or maybe a few after that.
The top brass, but they'd never allow it.
Sure they would. Levitt likes you. We could square it. We're short of guys. It didn't go so good last night. They lost 5 planes.
You had to get on, sir.
Yes. I have to get on. I don't want the responsibility, Albie. My luck, it won't last. It can't.
To hell with luck. You're a good guy, that's all. We need a good guy with us. What do you say?
Porter, I won't be getting on. What about the others? Do they want me on board?
Hell, Conroy's right over there. We borrowed a jeep to come down here. We better get it back before somebody finds it's gone.
Yes. We better get it back. Come on, then.
How many of your missions were in a B-17?
11, I think. No, 12.
12, huh? So this would be your 13th.
That's right.
That probably don't mean nothing, does it?
With a name like yours, you shouldn't worry about bad luck.
What's so special about my name?
Albert Ross. But like the bird in the Ancient Mariner.
The ancient what?
And a good south wind sprung up behind. The albatross did follow.
The albatross?
And every day for food or play came to the mariner's hollow.
Albert Ross.
Yeah, the albatross.
The albatross.
The albatross is supposed to be good luck.
Really?
Yes, it's very good luck.
Oh, I never knew that. That is great. Albert Ross, the albatross. Hey, Conroy. I'm good luck. My name means good luck, and here he is, our new navigator.
Fly the ocean in a silver plane. See the jungle when it's wet with rain.
In Left at Marrakech, Albie was played by Will Keane, Draper by Jonathan Cullen, Charlie by Clare Corbett, Captain Levitt by Alan Cox, Conroy and Major Ferris by Nicholas Rowe, and Stickley by Ben Lewis. Left at Marrakech by Richard Stevens was directed by Fiona McAlpine and was an Allegra production for BBC Radio 4.
You